Okay, so we're recording now. Awesome. So yeah, Winnie, hopefully that helps you a little bit.
Yes, it did a whole lot. Thank you guys for that. I just need encouragement every once in a while.
Well, yeah, because you could get overwhelmed with the details. So.
Yeah, I went into it not knowing a thing about it and just kind of fought my way through it. And suddenly a procedure started coming to me. And then it lined up with what other people had been doing. So it's like, okay, praise the Lord.
Right, right.
Yeah. Good.
Now, one thing that Kathy was saying about the accuser, rarely have I ever had it as Satan himself. Usually it's one of his minions. It's a demon, and they come to me in different shapes, sometimes as a book, a gigantic computer, a sphere with a magic hat on, a warlock hat on. Very strange.
Wow.
Some things not recognizable as beings.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really hear anything or see anything. I just heard. I just kind of perceived. So.
Yes, more perception than anything else. I have been sort of gleaning off of Ann Clayton, like you guys were saying, for quite a while. And the same thing when I saw Terry Spencer the other day on the web, I saw a picture of Kat Kerr with him and Kat Kerr. I don't know if you guys know her.
Oh, absolutely.
She does a lot of things, in simpler form, but she does the same thing. Her assignment is just to reveal heaven. That's all the Father gave her to do to us right now. Yeah. And it's profound. It really is. So with that, I learned quite a bit from her in a more simpler form, I guess you could say. But,
Good.
As we go, we grow. So we're growing.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually discovered Kat Kerr before I discovered Ian.
Same here. Same here. Same here. So it seems like we've been in communion with some of the same people, so that's how I know I'm on the track.
At the end of the day, it's a rather small community, really.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that. I'm kind of.
On one of the group messengers, Sherry, I think it was, put together kind of a list of all the different resources, and I went through the whole list, and it's like, okay, I'm familiar with all of them, and that's pretty much the list. Maybe a dozen different.
Wow, that's interesting.
I didn't see that. I would love to look through it just to sort of compare notes with her, but.
Well, I think their plan is to put something on Jane's website regarding it, I think is the plan.
Okay.
With just the, like Justin Abraham with the Company of Burning Hearts, and just kind of like bullet point it, not too strong.
Right. Right.
He is a study unto himself.
Justin Abraham?
Yeah.
He's become
they're beautiful people. I love them all. They're so beautiful. They really are beautiful people.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love them all, but there's some that resonate with my spirit, with my heart more. And Justin is kind of that guy. Mike Parsons, probably another one. Grant Mahoney, maybe.
Right.
Love them all.
Grant too, yeah.
But
Same
Justin
one.
is the right one for me.
Well, and that's a good thing. You can find someone that you can relate to more than others. So
Yeah, my sister Carolyn, Kat Kerr, she loves Kat.
Yeah.
We should get more of them coming to Phoenix.
Yeah. They're where you're at all the time, aren't they, Kathy? They're always over there, aren't they?
I wouldn't say so.
No.
Ian was here a couple of years ago, and I missed him because we had a conference at our church that week, and I was playing that week, and I couldn't get out of it.
Okay. I know Cat Kerr is, Robert Henderson is, because I have a couple of recordings. Some of his is on YouTube where he's teaching in Arizona, Phoenix, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
I went to go listen to him just a few months ago. Robert Henderson was here. I went to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's so funny. Yeah, his church used to be right out here in Waco, probably no more than 15 minutes from me.
Okay. So where are you at, Winnie?
Uh-oh. I think we lost her. Hopefully Rose will come back on because I'm supposed to lock the room at 4:15.
Yeah, we're just about there.
I know, we got 3 minutes left. 3-minute warning.
Okay. One thing I want to talk with you about, Kathy, was were we going to change any of the opening protocol?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Yes. We're just gonna, the only protocol, well, the last time we had the new protocol, which was good. But this one, we're going to just wait and see if we are led to do communion once we get into heaven.
Right.
And then we don't. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, everything else is the same though.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing, and I wish Wendy were back. Jane wanted to make sure that we, since she really senses that we're really legislating on a governmental mandate, that if someone who comes on the call that doesn't have a governmental mandate, to just listen.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That resonates with me.
So Roger, did you get that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had read that.
Okay. All right.
In fact, I was considering posting it on the website, but I thought, well, I don't know. I'll ask Kathy before I start posting anything.
Well, I wanted to say that verbally to people, but I don't want them to discourage them not to get on the call. I'd rather them be on the call first before they know that, and then have the Holy Spirit guide them, and give them a certain peace at whether they participate or not. Because all right. Hey, when you're back, what happened there?
Yes. I don't know. The call dropped. I'm back.
All right, I'm going to change your name again, but I am going to have to lock the room here shortly. Or if you guys want, we can wait a little while. It's up to everybody. But I think our plan was to lock it once we go in. So.
Okay, I don't mind. I'm just here, so I'm at your disposal.
Do you sense maybe about 5 more minutes? I wonder if Rose needs to get back on.
Well, that's what I was hoping for. So, yeah, I'll wait until 5 minutes. But we can still. Everybody's been on the call before, so I don't need to go through our typical protocol as far as what Ascension in Christ is. Okay. Oh, Jade's on.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Hi, you
Welcome.
got on right in time because we locked the room at 5:15.
Yeah, I was just trying to sort it out.
You made it right in time.
That's fantastic.
That's
Nice
awesome.
to have you on, Jade.
That's Roger talking.
Oh, hi everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're waiting actually another 5 minutes or so and to see whether or not Rose comes on. She came on once and left, but I don't know if she's having computer difficulties or not. So.
Right. Oh, and hi Winnie. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Jane. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, good to see you on.
Yeah, awesome. We were going over some of the new protocol just now.
Oh, yeah.
So everything is good. So we're about ready then to, everybody's been on the call already, so I'm not going to go through the scriptures for what Ascension in Christ is all about, and the scriptures to back up us being able to ascend and descend on the Son of Man. So again, every voice is important. We're all active participants. It's all about unity, seeking God's heart. And we want to make sure that we lay down any personal agenda because we're completely seeking the Lord's heart. We want to definitely honor each other. We want to use our 5 senses. Don't rely on what you know. He'll bring it all together in the end. Don't be afraid of silence. No processing. And as facilitators, Roger and I, we have been given the responsibility to redirect the prayers to maintain new heavenly methods versus old methods. And we choose to align ourselves with the divine right alignment. We place our body under our soul. We place our soul under our spirit. We place our spirit under the Holy Spirit. We invite all heavenly hosts to help us. We welcome the angels. We welcome Ben, who's our bench angel, the great cloud of witnesses, spiritual beings, 7 spirits of God, the men in white linen, and we, of course, seal off all dimensions by the blood of the Lamb. And we enter in through Revelations 3:20, first love gate. Here I am, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person and they with me. So let's go up and see what the Lord has on his heart for today for us to do. So I'm seeing that we are at a place where it's very green grass, lots of butterflies, and the sun is really, really bright. The very bright sun. And there's a lot of little children jumping, trying to catch the butterflies.
I was seeing a heart, red heart, and then when you said the sun, it was like the heart was in front of the sun and almost became translucent and more of a pink color with the light shining through it.
Just a
Hey, Jane, you're breaking
Was-
up.
boy
Jane, you're breaking up, hon.
thing.
Jane? Jane? I think she has bad cell reception, so I'll keep the room open for her to, hopefully that gets resolved. Yep, we lost her. Jane, are you back?
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, well, we did lose you for a second because you were breaking up. We didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, right.
So you have to start over.
Oh, I just said, yeah, I can see the same thing as you, but just in different terms, that God wants just us to really rejoice. And yeah, so I felt like I was just dancing in that garden. It was just really beautiful and just being filled with joy.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Awesome.
Yeah, which I think is linked with the heart and the sun and yeah, and the brightness. I'm just feeling the refreshing of that now.
Mm-hmm. So I just saw a sheep. A sheep. Yes. But I only see one. I only see one.
Is it Jesus?
Doesn't appear to be.
I heard it. Is it bleeding? I'm not sure. Baying. And then when you said that, I just saw it smiling.
That's funny.
Well, when I started this, I had Jesus open the portal as he always does when I start this. And we did this sort of swirling dance till we arrived at where we're all at. Then he gave me a harp.
Oh, wow.
So this has a very David kind of thing, you know, the heart. David had the heart of the Lord, which is what Chanel had brought up. And then now you're seeing a sheep, and I was given a harp.
Well, yeah, and Chanel saw a heart. So actually, I'm sensing that we all need to grab a heart.
In fact, when she said heart, I thought she said harp.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh no, I said heart, like HEART.
But he gave you a heart, and I believe he wants to give all of us a heart.
Yeah, I think it's a heart. Yeah, it's a heart. It's a love for Jesus. And I'm doing this swirling thing as well. I'm dancing, and I'm like getting swirled into like a
yes.
like a vortex thing where I'm sort of rotating really fast, and I've been getting a lot of that recently. Really, just sort of spinning around Jesus.
That's interesting. Because that's the first time that had ever happened for me like that.
Well, that's kind of what. Sorry, I was just going to say that's what happens in the Metatron's cube. You kind of really, like, you go in and you sort of raise your vibration.
Oh, that's what it is.
I experienced something like that last night. It's really interesting. It almost felt like a DNA thing with him.
Yeah. Well, I think the dancing is a lower version. It's the starter version. You start dancing and entangling around Jesus, and then eventually it gets faster and faster, and you begin to experience this more intense, I don't know how to describe it, resonating.
So I saw Jesus, and he had his shepherd cane, and then he was bringing with him a whole bunch of other sheep. So I think he's walking towards us because he was looking for that one lost sheep, and he wants to gather us with the rest of them.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what I had yesterday. I had this, after we'd had our call, I got this swirling thing again, but it was people. It was like the sheep. It was like God wanting to sort of suck all the sheep into this vortex, kind of like tornado type thing. That he wanted to bring us all together as one in unity, kind of, around Jesus. I suppose.
Wow.
Yeah, I experienced very similar last evening after the call with, it was like another person included. I could see, it was like the three of us, but it was like I felt a sense of Trinity, 3 in 1, within Jesus. Obviously they're together, so it was like.
Yeah, I was engaging this morning and I started kind of swirling, and I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
We're all been swirling.
But I see it as kind of like to bring the whole of the body in, that's the heart of the Father, to bring the whole of the body to this level of intimacy with the Father.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt it was like spirits in unity thing.
So when you were all saying that, I saw all of us, the sheep, going up into this vortex thing. We'd all started swirling around, like taking us up higher.
It's definitely about intimacy. Experience a new level of intimacy.
In fact, I see us all being blended together, almost like becoming one.
Yeah, like a smoothie when it's
like
all
a
mixed
smoothie.
together.
Yeah, that
That's
totally
exactly
fits
what
last
I
night's
saw,
encounter.
like a blender.
That's right.
Amen.
Yeah, he's going to chop us all up and make us one, whether we like it or not. we're going to get blended in the smoothie.
There you go. There you go.
It's going to be delicious.
Yes.
There's no place for individualism and independence.
I was going to say let's hold hands, but we don't have to now.
No, we're blended. It's a higher level than holding hands, this is. It's a higher level. I'm enjoying this. This is really nice.
Amen.
Yeah, and we can actually all pick up each other's spirits as well. What's the strengths in each other's spirits?
So if we're blended up and we're going through this vortex, are we going to get poured out somewhere?
I was seeing us getting poured out into like a cake pan. But I don't know.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh, you know why? Oh, I just got revelation on that, because we become the bread.
Yep, I heard that earlier. It's the sacrifice being poured out. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I've been getting that this week. Yeah, opened up and being poured out. It's our sacrifice to Him.
Yeah, when we think of that sacrifice thing, I'm getting this picture of me doing the baptism of death. Have you Ever experienced this where you're like on a cross
Mm.
and it's like you're the sacrifice, but it's a good thing. It's a beautiful, not a horrible thing. It's like crucifying everything with the flesh that you want to get rid of,
Thank you, Jesus.
to release the new DNA.
Oh.
So I'm also sensing that this bread has the new DNA that we've been poured out.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I think they were definitely being asked to rise to a higher form of living sacrifice.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful thing. It's
Wow.
So do we need to take up these crosses and follow Christ?
we don't take them up. You hang on the cross
Get on
like
it.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Yeah, you hang on it, and you feel the same feelings that he did of being that sacrifice there.
Wow.
It's an intense encounter. But I think it's the baptism of death.
Well,
Yeah, it's when you choose. You've got to choose. You've got to want to do this. It's not be forced into it. You've got to want to put yourself up there and go with it. If anyone doesn't want to do it, don't feel the pressure.
well, let's take some time and do this.
What are you feeling?
I've just been feeling junk being pulled out of me.
Yeah.
You want to call it flesh, or I felt things kind of stirring up before we went into this. I was like, why am I feeling these pains? And what is that?
Yeah, it's pretty
Wow.
pretty intense.
Yeah. I feel like crying. Like I'm just really sorry. Yeah, like I don't know. It's a good sorry though. It's not a repentant sorry. It's a I don't know. I think it's more of an intimate sorry actually. Crying. I think it's an intimate, like you just experience a level of intimacy with Jesus on the cross
Mhm.
that you don't get anywhere else.
Compassion.
And you feel his pain. That's it. You feel his pain for the world that was willing to give up everything.
Well,
Yeah.
he showed me him being crucified, and I was there as if I was one of the thieves.
Oh, wow.
So that was really strange. And I I could tell when he was talking to the Lord and saying, "Why have you forsaken me?" But I didn't feel that. I felt like Father always had a hand on me through this.
Mhm.
But the pouring out that we were talking about, there was also things pouring out of me, running down the cross.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I almost felt like I was had the same stabbing experience in the, where
Absolutely that.
where blood was pouring out, being
Yep.
replaced with
That's how it started.
the new blood.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what the pains were. I was like, why am I feeling all these pains?
Oh, like when he was stabbed in the
Praise
side.
God.
Right.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I learned that Jesus spoke Aramaic, and in the Aramaic, he cried out, the last words he spoke was bride in Aramaic.
Oh,
He was crying out for his bride. That came
Wow.
up, yeah,
know
this
that.
last weekend at the Passion Translation Conference, and last evening it came up again.
Wow. Hmm.
I think it's like telestoi or something. I can't remember, but the Aramaic means bride. That was his last word.
I've heard Justin Abram talk about as well how he places himself at the bottom of the cross, and the blood that's kind of like released kind of flows over.
Yes.
It's an intense. Yeah, I have experienced that.
As have I.
Mm.
Just let it drip on me like a rain.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it's a form of being washed in the blood of the Lamb, kind of thing.
And that his blood does a DNA transformation.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. That's yes, yes. I haven't
Yes.
seen. Yeah,
Thank you, Lord.
yeah. Oh, I'm feeling lighter. I'm
Oh,
feeling.
absolutely.
Oh, oh! I'm feeling
Unbelievable.
like dancing again. Oh, I feel like resonating really fast again. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Well, now Jesus is back to his post-resurrection Jesus, and he's dancing again.
Yeah, very good.
But I still see this bread. Like we need to either,
Do we need to eat it?
well,
That's where I think we're going with this.
I think that we need to either, I think we need to give it to somebody, like
Oh,
feed somebody with it, feed some people with it,
oh, that's good. That's good.
because it's, we're in there, because it was us that was
Yeah,
poured out into the,
yeah,
to make the bread, the rising up.
that's good. Yeah. So we give away what we've received as well,
Yeah.
which is a great principle.
Yes.
I've been seeing a globe, and I almost feel like there's bread spinning around it. I was seeing like a big piece of bread, the globe, and then I was seeing bread like spinning around, like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like bread and light. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so it could be that we're giving the bread to the earth, to the people,
Yes.
That's what I'm
the
feeling.
whole earth.
Because when he broke the bread and it just never ended, I mean, it was always the supply.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could just become like a big, huge loaf of bread that wraps around the earth, and the earth is in the middle.
I see us just like giving bits to millions, like going around and just like giving a little bit, which is a taster of what the abundance of heaven is.
Oh.
And There's something symbolic about that. We're giving away this, what we've experienced, we're giving it away to the people. I think something's happening, significant.
There's a significance in that for sure, because
Yeah, it's like
we've
a
gotten
government.
kind of beaten up a little bit with our new message to people. So
Yeah,
that this that they have a hunger for it, that they're hungry for this new bread.
yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm hearing living bread, living bread. I keep hearing it
Yeah.
last minute or so. Living bread.
I heard, I am the bread of life.
I think what's happening is as we're giving the bread, they actually want it. So it's not that, I think we've had a period where we've been giving it away, and there's been this reaction, and no, I don't want it.
Yeah,
And
like
we've been hitting bang, 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 bang of, oh no, blocked gateways.
right.
What I'm seeing is this is different. There's some things happened, and
They're
we're
hungry.
giving it away. Yeah, and they're receiving it, and it's they're grateful to
Yes, you
receive
know what
it.
I just saw? Oh my gosh. I saw all these little tiny birds, when they open up their mouth ready to get fed by the
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, praise God. They're grateful for it. Praise
Hallelujah.
God.
And they're so hungry because they just chirp, chirp, chirp away.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Yes. They
That's what I was
want
hearing
it. Praise God, they want it.
Oh.
I'm just seeing millions, and like they want it.
Hungry.
Yes, they're hungry.
They're a bit shocked. They're like, oh, what is this? This is all a bit different. This is a bit new. They're sort of a bit shocked, but they're open to it.
Yes.
I just experienced that last night at a Heavenly Realms group. There were 3 new people. And it was like they were taking it in. Yeah.
I gave someone your website, Jane, and he was like, thank you.
Oh, right.
He spent all night looking at it all. He was up all night. And then when he saw me later, he's like, he was just so appreciative. And he was like, this is going to help the mundane that I've been going through. And it's like, I knew you were hungry. Yep, he was hungry.
Oh, praise God. I'm just seeing this is symbolic of a change of atmosphere. Something God's trying to communicate to us. There'll be a change of atmosphere here.
Well, if you think about what we put in the fire yesterday, with offense, pride, doubt, I mean, all those, for the unity. Yeah, so this is like the opposite of that. This is like the result of that.
Yes, yeah.
So definitely confirmation.
I'm so encouraged.
Yep, confirmation for me, for real. I'm around 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds all day, and when they come around me, I'm an instructional aide. I give it to them a little bit at a time, and it really kind of blows them away, but it just lets me know I can share more too, because I was wondering about that.
That age is perfect.
They are hungry. They're hungry.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, that age.
Yes.
It's like the little toddlers. It's like the little kid, the little children. Because they have the mind of a child to receive.
Right. And it excites them.
Yeah, and if they trust you, so nice.
Yes. Yes.
Because I deal with kids too, so.
I think is I think this is in line with what Mike's been saying as well. I'm seeing that it's a change of season, that we were in a season before where it wasn't really good to give it away. We had to really learn this well and get established in it.
Right.
But I've heard Mike saying recently as well, feeling that he's feeling like God's saying, give it away, you start sharing more, start reaching out. We can't keep in an insular, I'm just learning, I'm just being blessed, this is all about me.
Right.
Right. Yeah, and I've felt this the last few weeks, this sort of growing desire now to want to encourage people to reach out more and begin to take a little bit more initiative than we have in sharing it before, not fearing rejection.
Right.
Yes, this seems like a different bread. The bread of John 6:58. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever.
Living bread. There it is.
What is that? John 6, 7, and 8, did you say?
John 6:58.
Oh, 58. Okay.
It's not the same old bread.
The stale old bread. Yeah. Well, we just baked it. we just baked it. Yeah. It's definitely fresh.
Oh. Yeah. Do you know what it is as well? It's not like a solid loaf. It's all like fluidy, jelly, morphing, kind of like
living
blubber. Jelly kind of like. Yeah, it's that, because it's a not getting into fixed protocol type religion thing. It's the fluid, morphing, intimacy, walking with Jesus, changing every week, something new happening, exciting.
And it would have to take that form to be a different bread.
It's almost like the living letters, the Hebrew letters, letters where everything is circular versus linear. And I wonder, it's almost like I'm seeing more of the Hebrew type of communication, I guess.
Not sure I follow you, Kathy.
I don't know if I follow me either. But I'm seeing Hebrew letters, right? They're just kind of moving around like they're living.
Yeah, they're alive. Yeah,
they're alive, because we know Hebrew letters, alphabet's alive, and so I'm seeing like that we're gonna begin, and it's all about frequency anyway, resonating a frequency. Through the living letters of the word. And like the makeup of this bread contains like these living letters.
Yeah, it's I've actually seen them physically, in a vision, and they're like little, like they're like a sort of a letter, but they sort of move like grains of sand, and so I think it represents that it's an alive faith. It's a it's a morphing. It's a constant revelation of who Jesus is. It's not like the Bible, was a fixed saying.
Like one word means one thing. It's like one word means, a billion galaxies with a billion stars, just like, his creation.
Yeah. So it's a new form of spirituality, because it's not set on going over the same verses in the Bible, and we're all just trying to dig deeper onto those same verses. it's based on a relationship
Right.
with the Godhead, and so it's constant revelation each day. It's
Right.
yeah,
That's what I'm,
and it's
yeah,
it's
that's
so
what I'm
exciting.
sensing, that this bread consists of, that we're giving out, is more
Mm,
that type of revelation,
mm,
um, a linear type of revelation, like
yeah, and it's trying to communicate that to people, that they're okay with the change, because we've been so like, oh, if anyone says anything different, then might not be true, and it's destabilizing. So it's educating people to say, this is good, this is the way it was always meant to be. It was
Right.
always meant to be progressive revelation.
right,
It was never meant to be a
Yeah.
static, this is what you do, you follow it to the letter, and you make it a religion.
right,
Mm-hmm.
And we actually had a whole second set of commandments that Moses destroyed because we couldn't handle it.
Yes.
And I think this is what it
Good.
was. It was this type of walk with the
Wow.
Godhead. Yeah.
I think we found the pieces of that broken tablet
Oh,
Wow.
last week.
Okay. Wow.
oh, really? Really?
Wow.
I've been thinking so much about the Sapphire Cube in the last couple of days, and I've been searching more information. And I got a little bit more revelation about the Sapphire Cube, how you step in the blue cube and the walls are alive with the commandments, with the new commandments. But
Wow.
you step in the walls and you experience the living, almost, yeah, you probably, it's like experiencing the living letters.
right,
And but when you step through, it's like a blue cube. It's actually part of Metatron's cube, so it's one of the dimensions. So when you actually step through the walls, you go into the other dimensions of Metatron's cube, and you begin to see the different realms, and that's how you transmit between the different realms. Yeah, and like move within the Metatron's cube.
Wow.
interesting.
And the other revelation of it, I'm really not sure on this because I heard no one else confirm it, but I felt in my spirit a long time since I've engaged the Sapphire Cube that it was about, like, Moses actually had revelation of this whole new set of commandments, and that we as living oracles can step in this Sapphire Cube and release new revelation of the operation of heaven.
Well, hey, I think we should go into the cube right now, because I feel like I'm there now.
Oh,
I was
Inside.
wondering.
Okay.
Because I'm
Wow.
seeing
yeah,
it. I'm seeing
yeah.
the cube, and I'm seeing the
Mm.
Hebrew letters of
Wow.
the new commandment on the walls of the cube. As you were describing it, I kind of
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
stepped into it.
I'm craving to go there.
Mm.
And I think as we grow in maturity, that's what being an oracle means. It's actually us having the confidence that we hear so much of the operations of heaven that we can speak out, almost like Moses with the new commandments. We can speak out elements of heaven. We have been given that level of authority and role in the kingdom. It's phenomenal.
Okay, Lord.
So, do we all want to go into the cube?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Jane, do you need to lead us there?
I mean, it's
Well, he
like
just
a Rubik's cube, kind of, with the four walls, and you just kind of step inside of it, because it's that.
yeah, and it's just blue
And it's blue. Mm-hmm.
transparent blue.
Right.
And if you just look at the walls, what do you see on the walls?
Well, they're moving for one thing.
Oh, right.
They're
It's
not.
almost like it's breathing.
Yeah, I feel it
Oh.
breathing. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm seeing it sort of expand and then contract. It's
Oh, really?
That's what I'm saying. Opening
Oh.
and different
Oh.
levels. I see a lot of movement too.
Oh.
Mm.
Do you mean almost like a heart, that contracts and expands?
yes.
Do you mean? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Transforming too.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I was seeing at first purple, and then I could see the blue. But then, yeah, when you said heart, I could see it almost changing to like a heart with the some of the parts of the heart, on the walls.
It's definitely alive. It is so alive. It's like an alive heart.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
like a static.
trying to touch
Oof.
a wall of it, but it's not
It's not solid, is it? It's
yeah, no, it's not solid
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Fluid.
it took part it when you go put your arm through it, your arm kind of disappears. Like you could
Yeah.
you could step through into another dimension
Mm.
through the walls.
I felt that too. Yeah, I could see my hands like going through it, but almost like stretchy kind of too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Do you see any like writing on the walls?
I do. I see black Hebrew letters.
Oh,
That's what I
right.
was seeing too.
I don't know
Yeah.
Hebrew, so I can't really identify the.
One of the words was Habayit, which means first temple. It's
Ah.
from the word house.
Wow.
Habayit.
First temple. Wow.
First temple. So I'm trying to get
Yeah. This is the church. This is what we were meant to be experiencing in church.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, sitting in a room in a church and it looks like this.
Yeah.
All
The walls are moving.
The living
Ooh.
church, huh?
Yeah, the living church.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I'm like, depending on the decorating committee, they might not be
Yeah, they'd be wanting to pin normal pictures of the Hebrew letters up there, and then we go away academically and we study the Hebrew letters. But do you know what we need to do? We don't actually have to understand Hebrew to read it. What we do is we step in the walls and we can understand it in our spirit man.
Yeah, you know what the first word I heard then was? Right when you said that? Sonship is what I heard.
Uh-oh. Here we
go.
Wow.
Well, do you know that's one of the 12 laws?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Zion, yeah. One of the 12 laws is sonship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the walls then.
Yeah, actually, I think each of the walls represents one of the 12 laws. But there's more walls because when you step through, there's like different shapes and there's like a tetrahedron or some prism thing.
Yeah, I saw
This
that.
didn't seem limited to just a cube form.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, no. And then there's outside. There's all these different geometrical shapes, and whatever angle you look, you see like a different shape.
I keep on seeing the same Hebrew letter, and I've seen it before, and I'm trying to remember. I have a Hebrew number chart as an app as part of an app on my phone, and I'm like, Lord, what is it? It keeps on popping up.
Can you describe the shape?
Oh gosh, it almost looks like two pillars, and then there's like a squiggly line over it. But there's
that's what I saw.
over it.
And it looked like pie, almost like with
pie. Yeah, yeah. A
Um,
lot of them.
I saw
Yeah, a
the
lot of them.
exact same thing, Chanel.
I think that's the letter hey.
Mm.
Aleph, really?
No, that's hey.
A.
But we can ask anytime we see a living letter, we can just ask what it means. We don't have to understand.
Okay.
We don't know. We just we just seek
Yeah.
revelation on it and what is trying to be communicated to us.
Yeah, I asked him. I was like, "What is this? What does this mean?"
So if you step through, can you see other walls, like lots of different, like in a diamond, lots of little angled walls.
Facet.
Have a look around, see what you can see up and down and sideways and
I'm seeing different colors. You guys seeing different colors. I'm seeing
Mhm.
purple, green, blue. It's
Yeah.
almost like a rainbow.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's all the reflected light through like a diamond type thing. Yeah.
I find it interesting that Chanel saw the letter hey, because that word literally means behold.
Mm-hmm.
Old? Is that what you said?
Behold.
Behold.
Behold. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Maybe
H-I.
behold what's here. Behold the.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the same hey as Yod, hey, Vav, hey?
yes.
Oh. Really?
Wow, it's really beautiful. It's like being in a colored diamond.
I sense that it's just
Oh,
morphing between shapes now with us inside of it
yeah.
constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's pulsating. It keeps changing.
Changing and sort of morphing and moving and
Mhm.
there's like three like different shapes rotating in different directions, and that's why you get like this constant change of whatever angle you look up. It's all different, and it's the rotating dimensions, I think, of the universe that rotate around it.
I've got a jolt of the Holy Spirit when you said that.
And it's kind of sparkly too. It's not like the colors aren't just, they're very, even the colors look like they're alive.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was seeing sparkly too, Kathy.
Lots of frequency for sure, electricity.
I'm feeling just like an immense peace being in here. Like I'm in, like when you're in space and there's not a single sound.
Never
It's
been,
like,
but I get it.
yeah, that kind of intense, quiet peace, but you're sort of one with the
Floating.
universe, kind of,
Yeah.
exploring the stars kind of thing. It's,
Yeah.
it's that kind of feeling.
I almost get the sense that the Lord is blowing on this structure and that his verbalization is what we're visualizing, we're experiencing. He's giving us
Yeah, because normally we don't hear him verbally. It's more thoughts, but this is what it would what it would look like if he were to be speaking.
Scientists have actually chanted into microphones and converted that sound to aluminum plates with sand on it, and it creates the Hebrew letter. So if they're chanting Aleph or Beit or Gimel, it actually creates the letters in the sand.
Oh, wow.
And that makes a lot
Wow.
of sense for why the
Yeah.
Hebrew letters are
Hebrew
floating
language
around.
was what the universe was created with, then given to Adam. It got changed at the Tower of Babel to multiple languages, but it was the language of our planet at one time. It will return to that in time.
Yeah. All things restored.
So I think this is almost what this living language is what we're experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And you know what I was getting?
Changing.
Tongues is kind of like that.
Yes.
Can you imagine if every time you pray in tongues that's actually what's going on?
Mm. You're sculpting
Wow.
something.
Yeah, in the Metatron's cube with the letters.
Maybe so.
I was
You know,
sensing all of us at once.
Go on. Go on.
Okay, I was feeling that we're receiving healing, and then I just felt the sense of recreation, like I am making all things new.
Yes.
Yep. All
Very
things
much so.
restored. All things renewed. Yes. New. Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is a creative act.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think that's just kind of like confirmation of what I felt before, that somehow we can create laws, not laws, but well, I suppose it is a law really, by being in the sapphire cube and seeing these living letters, we can speak them out when we understand the revelation. I think that's what Moses did. I think he tapped in and then he just knew he knew the 10 Commandments. I'm hearing behold the breadth of the universe. That's what we're doing. We're beholding the breadth of the universe in here. So magical. I've not experienced it to this depth before. It's really...
No.
It's a big revealing.
This time it's slow for me. It's just like seeing all these dimensions rotating really slowly but beautifully. It's like majestic.
Oh, wow. The Lord opened the cube to let us see the breadth of the universe when Jane said that. It was just magnificent. And then the next thing, I was handed a little globe, little glass ball, and it was all contained inside of that.
I think we might have to eat that.
The globe.
The little ball. Yeah, as if it sort of helps us somehow understand it internally.
Awesome. I'll eat it. Mine,
Okay.
I see mine.
Eat
Because
it.
we've been like, yeah, we've been like looking out with our eyes, but we've got to like absorb this with our spirit.
Okay.
Something about our spirit needs to get used to this environment. This has got to become normal to us.
Hmm.
Well,
This is a place we've got to constantly keep returning to. It's not just a one-off place in heaven that we go to
Right.
once. And
Right.
this is the key to the center of the universe and the operations of the universe. This place.
Wow, wow, wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, let's all eat globes.
All right.
Ooh. Oh. Wow, it's like a massive light. Just light shot through my body and like emitted out. Like I became light.
Jesus.
I never got to eat it. It just
Huh?
entered my head, and a blue light
Hmm.
shot up the top of my head.
Huh?
Hmm.
Eh,
Hmm. Uh-oh.
yeah.
Here we go.
We become blue light beings.
Hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, that's what
oh,
that means, isn't it?
shivering.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
shaking.
God.
We're shaking.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
it's gone like
gosh.
electricity. Oh,
Oh, my. Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
oh, this is good. This is good. Got to get used to being light beings, seeing ourselves as light beings, not seeing ourselves with a body, seeing
Right.
ourselves as
Weighted down.
translucent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're light. And when you experience that, I experienced that the last few days in since our chat ascensions, and you get used to engaging Jesus as a light form, so you just like merge together as light beings. Oh, it's awesome. It's really, really different.
Wow. I just saw myself ignite.
Yeah, almost like
Hmm.
we're sort of, like we're gas, we're kind of particles. We're sort of, and so we can what's the word, merge with others and become one. It's like the stepping in we've been doing, but it's different. We don't step in with
Yeah.
our body.
Right.
We get used to seeing ourselves as light
Right.
that
But this is how
merges.
we can go into someone else and see what's on their hearts.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's almost like Jesus has been showing me we've got to get rid of this concept of seeing ourselves as a body.
Yeah.
So we sort of, we kind
Hmm.
of, we get used to seeing ourselves differently.
Well, I've really upped the hugging going on around my world. So I've started this heart hug because everybody wants to do these dumb side hug things, and so now I'm just
Yeah.
heart to heart.
Heart
So I'm
hug.
making them
I like
hug me from their heart to my heart. So I'm
Yeah.
really pressing my heart onto their heart, and they know when they come up to me. Oh yeah, right, heart hug, heart hug. I've started
Hmm.
a movement about heart hugs, but now I can see as a
That's,
translucent being when I do the heart hug that my heart totally
Wow.
resonates in with their heart, because it's that energy that I can just explode in that peace and that love that'll just like knock them, just that it's just going to be so
Yeah.
awesome. Just because
Hmm.
who started this stupid side hug thing anyway?
I started
I
doing it last
don't know.
fall, and I forgot. I stopped doing it. It would be kind of awkward because people go the opposite direction. I was like, hey, and I tell them why sometimes. But I agree. I want to start doing that more again.
Yeah, heart to heart. So, and everybody wants to do it the other way, and it's like, no, we need the frequency of our hearts going, touching each other.
Well, it's a form of stretching our spirit over people, but I think
Right,
it's a next level.
Right, this
So
is
we
the
don't.
next thing.
Yeah, we don't see it as a spirit stretching our heart over someone. Our spirit over someone. We merge as a light being
as a
with
light
their,
being.
with their frequency, and we can bring their frequency up to our frequency by that transaction.
Yeah.
For change.
Yeah.
That's part of
And
that bread. It's part of that bread.
Yeah. I mean, they say in a lot of psychology that you transmit energy. You know, if you're happy and you go to someone and you say happy things, they pick up that vibe and they become happy. And I think it's or the other way. You know, you go on about negative things and they feel down and they leave with a lower frequency. And so, I mean, I think it's, it's definitely not a disputable fact in science. And so I think it's like this, it's kind of, but we can do this in the spirit for people. We can raise their frequency by us communicating the frequency of heaven, what we've experienced here, and the love, we can pass that on to others.
It makes it a little harder though when you come up against a frequency that's not so resonating with you. It's because it's almost, you're so sensitive to the frequencies of other people that it almost highlights it a little bit more now. That to overcome that in love is even a little bit more challenging. But we have to.
But I think that's the size. That's the size of our spirit man that we see. We know the size of who we are, and as we grow in that confidence,
we can change
our
that
frequency can dominate over their frequency, and it can be the frequency of love dominates over the frequency of hurt and pain.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
And the more we know that amazing love in the center of the universe, the more we can confidently convey that frequency and not let it affect our frequency being brought down.
Right.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's what I'm seeing. That's where Jesus wants us to be. So we're not knocked about by other things in the world that knock our frequency down. And then we have to climb back up. But we live in this, like this Metatron's cube. We live there with this frequency that gets so what's the word, embedded as our normal, that we are
resonate that outward.
We're not knocked by the other frequencies because we are just at that higher frequency all the time.
Which was very similar to what we experienced in the house of David. When we went into the house of David, we picked up on his frequency. It was very, very similar. What we were bringing back with us.
Kathy, I almost see a connection to the William Branham mantle as well.
Wow.
In what way?
We need that.
It's what she was saying earlier, when you have that empathic relationship with another person, when you touch. That's what William Branham had. He could just touch someone and know all these things about them, their history, their illnesses, their joys and hatreds. And we were given that mantle. So I think there's a connection there with this frequency resonance that you're talking about.
I received that.
I think we've just touched on what Justin talked. He did a talk ages ago I was actually physically there. It was all about telepathy, and no one's been really talking about it since. I think they were just so confused by it, but I'm seeing this is what it is. It's a form of telepathy.
Right.
I was getting that too.
Oh,
Yeah, this is how we know. We overshadow someone with this in our spirit man.
thank you, Lord.
We
Yes.
overshadow them, and we know all what's in their spirit.
Exactly.
And I think that's why it's kind of like, it's a scary thing, because once this starts to happen a lot, everything's going to be exposed. Like, everyone else is going to know what's in your spirit. This is why we've got to get we've got to get cleansed out. We've got to go through this
Right.
baptism of death.
And then
We've
it's
got
just
to be willing for all this cleansing and the bloodline, because people, it's going to be exposed. People are going to start seeing it.
Right.
So let's get cleaned up rather than them seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of the same way that we can walk into the wall of Metatron's cube and understand immediately. We just comprehend, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You just have to go in the wall. It's the same thing.
And I think that's where we've got to move away from the old mindset that we've had in traditional church, that we go away and we analyze it and we Google and we research the scriptures and research the Greek and we research the Hebrew. This is a higher way of operating, that we telepathically can understand what's in heaven. We will just know, like we entangle the seven spirits. We know what the wisdom is. We know the revelation. We can't always prove it academically, but
well, and that's when he says, "Seek first the kingdom, His kingdom, and His righteousness," which is this.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that then there's got to start to be a little bit more trust in people, in the sense that, we don't demand proof. We start to say, well, okay, you've said that. I'll seek that in heaven too. I'll take that as a possibility, and I'll go into heaven and I'll see if that revelation rings true with me, instead of, oh, well, I'm not sure, you might be deceived, you might be a heretic, I'm not going to listen to you, I'm just going to go into heaven and find it for myself, because then we can't build on each other's revelation. And so we operate at such a low level because we're trying to do it all alone. And heaven is meant to be corporately unified. We saw earlier on the blender, all blended together. So everyone's revelation builds on everyone else's revelation. And that's why we can all experience a much higher revelation by listening openly to other people's revelation. And not shutting it off and doubting it initially.
That's why group ascensions are so much more powerful than individual.
Yes.
I think it helps us to overcome the obstacle of language. Because just using the word telepathy, you're going to frighten people.
Yeah, it's not a good word. We need another word. We need it's
But most people don't understand that. But to be quantumly entangled,
quantum.
We already are.
Right.
Yeah. It's that's a better word. But actually, when you actually analyze the word, it is really biblical. Justin's gone into it, and it's actually a beautifully biblical word. And he explains it in huge detail. But it's probably quantum entanglement might be more easy for people to identify with initially.
But the enemy has had so much of our stuff. It's time for us to take it back. It was ours anyway, because God gave it to us.
That's exactly right, Winnie. But the New Age has stolen these terms.
That's
and they act like they own it now.
Yeah, we've become so suspicious. But what I'm sensing is that this is a huge tool that can easily be abused, and what we have to do is start small and start using this tool to bless others, to wrap our spirits over people in love and blessing, not going in trying to seek their heart, finding all the flaws, and use it as a weapon to get a one up, that I know what's in your heart, and
Right.
I don't like what's in your heart, therefore I'm not going to relate to you. We could so distort this so it has to come out of huge desire to love and bless others, and to start like that, so that we build up in our spirit man, we build up a spirit of love, not a spirit of judgment.
Right.
We've got to overcome
That's
that spirit of judgment that is so dominated, because we've had such a low frequency for so long, that we've been operating at the spirit of judgment for so long.
Yes.
That we have to operate at the frequency of love now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why going in this cube is really important regularly, to increase your frequency at a high rate, so you will naturally love others and not judge them.
Right.
I just got another revelation about what Metatron's cube is. And I believe it's something that Bruce Allen was talking about years ago, this hall of doors. I've just given a revelation that this is more than a cube. This is caverns to be explored, and the exploration could go on forever. But it looked like two mirrors facing each other, and how the hall of doors just went on forever. And each of these doors leads to refuge cities, to other dimensions. Now, I have been looking for this place for years now. And here's the revelation. So thank you all for being part of this. You helped me discover something today.
Yay.
Praise God. I'm going to listen to this recording.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, but that makes a lot of sense, like that hall, that looking at mirrors, and it just goes forever. And be like the hall of doors that guy was trying to explain, which how do you explain really what that is when you're in here looking at it through this in the Metatron cube?
But like Jane said, there's a caveat here. Not everybody can be given access to this. This is a very precious thing.
That's right. I believe that. Well, this is something that I prayed for, because I do work with kids, and here in Texas we have what we call DAEP schools. They're disciplinary schools, and these kids, their frequency is just like negative all the time, and I'm like, how can, Lord, I make a difference. I need to have something so that, when I'm coming into contact with them, they can feel something, and something change, something shift over them. The school is called Gateway, by the way. Gateway.
Yeah.
Yes. Very.
Gateway to heaven. Yeah.
Right.
And you're the gate. You're the gate for heaven.
You're the gate. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and I just got this job, I think, a little bit after January, and someone called me. I had just gotten Ian Clayton's book, Realms of the Kingdom Realms, and I was going through the gateways, and somebody called me, this is Gateway. I said, what is going on here? Is this a joke? and there it was. I said, oh,
good timing.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Right. Real assignment. Real assignment.
Yeah, real assignment.
Real assignment.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes,
Divine assignment.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was good, you guys.
Yeah.
I get like there's an assignment for us to take away to do on our own.
All right.
Before we finish, and it's the I got a glimpse of what was happening there as I was speaking. I was speaking the revelation of heaven. It wasn't my wisdom. It was the revelation of heaven. It was like me being an oracle, and I'm feeling an assignment for each of us to go in and engage the sapphire cube, and then practice speaking as an oracle in there and see what comes out of your mouth. Open your mouth and just speak out the wisdom and see. Get confidence as being an oracle of what you can hear and what you speak out, and see if you're amazed at what comes out of your mouth.
Okay.
The wisdom.
I will do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's about building that confidence that we can do this. We've got something to say, and it's been knocked out of us so much that so many of us have not had the opportunity to speak out. It's only been a few. And the heart of the Father is that this is the priesthood of all believers, that we are all oracles, that we all can stand and speak the most profound wisdom from heaven. And we've got to build our confidence in doing that, in who we are, and that we don't have to worry that, because it's just going to come. If we just relax in it, it's just going to come.
Awesome.
Amen.
Amen.
I accept that
I
assignment.
receive
Yeah.
that. I receive
Yeah,
that
me
too.
too.
I receive it.
I know this is a little behind, but what we were talking about earlier, the telepathy and the quantum entanglement and all of that too, like, could you call it spirit to spirit communication? I'm like, I don't know what but I've been experiencing more of that lately, and I've not experienced it to this degree. Like, I was kind of like, whoa, Lord, I've been checking in with him. Like, people like intercessors have met in heaven, or, stuff like that. It's been happening more, and it's like increasing, and it's amazing. But I've just been like, whoa, because I just feel like I'm walking in dual realms, and so I'll just hear and they'll identify themselves. Like, I'll know who it is, or I'll see them in the spirit, But it's been like, I've been asking him to confirm things for me. So what you start talking about, seems to me, I feel a resonating in my spirit. But I feel like that's another confirmation for me. I feel he has been doing it, confirming to me. Someone I've been ascending with has been experiencing some of the same things with me, which has been nice, but I've never experienced it to this degree. And I feel like it's only going to increase.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with Cloud of Witnesses and others as well, it's like just becoming the norm, which is good.
Well, I think if just to anyone who's listening, that if that's the encouragement for you, that the more you engage heaven, particularly with others, it increases at an exponential rate. Your confidence grows, you hear more, and you get in this stream where you just go up on an exponential curve. Whereas if you don't take the plunge, if you just kind of try to listen academically and understand concepts and don't keep trying it out with others, you don't get in that curve. And I can testify to that. It rapidly increases. 1 minute you feel like you can't see anything, you can't hear anything, and you doubt everything. And within a few weeks, the more you do this, it's just flooding out of you. You're seeing stuff all the time. Every second of the day you engage something, you hear revelation and meaning in it. So to just take the plunge, really, if you haven't taken the plunge of getting together with anyone in heaven, take that plunge or come along here, even if it's just listening, but you're still taking the time to engage it with your spirit. That makes a bigger difference as well than just listening after the event.
Amen. We'd like to see you all with us.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Anybody have anything else to say before I do?
Metatron, how do you spell that? Is it Metatron?
Yes. Or also known as sapphire cube.
Okay.
So it has
All right.
two names.
Well, it's actually
Okay.
the sapphire cube is an element within Metatron's cube.
Okay.
So it's actually two different kind of places, but they're all part of the one thing.
Now, how do you distinguish Metatron's cube with Metatron the angel, or is this him that we're stepping into?
Yeah, It's him.
That's what I
Yeah.
was going to ask.
Mm, yeah, because he's the chief angel of time and the
Thank you.
timekeeper.
Okay.
So this is where
Okay.
he operates, and
Okay.
yeah, that's why we have to like go in these dimensions to yeah, to engage him. I think I've heard
Okay.
people say as well they've actually encountered him here.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow. So we're stepping into him when we go into Metatron, or is it
Well,
just his cube?
that's a really good point. I mean, I've never tried that. I've just gone into the cube.
Yeah.
I could imagine you could have an intense encounter if you tried to engage Metatron. Yeah. Yeah, it might be a different way of entering in. In fact, I think I'm going to go away and try that.
Well, Ian describes him in analogy to a metronome. So a timekeeping device.
Okay.
So engaging Metatron is sort of like engaging time dimensions.
Okay, so it is like he is the cube. Okay.
Yeah, because Ian's always saying that, well, he mentioned several times he has, people that work under him, and they get amazed when he does 8 hours of work in 1 hour. So he must be engaged with that angel.
Yeah. That's what Justin calls rich time.
Yeah.
Justin calls it that too. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're listening to that today. The Time podcast by Justin is really good.
How funny. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to experience those kind of effects.
A lot around to cube. Yeah, there's a lot of theory that Martin explains about Tron's cube. So if you go to his free YouTube and look under playlists, see about the 6 podcasts that talk about
You're breaking up, Jane.
Yep, she's breaking up.
You went somewhere. You left. You went somewhere
pictures,
else.
and you talk. You can. I did. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you hear about? There's a whole load of free YouTubes on mics.
No, can you repeat that?
Yeah, under the free. If you go to playlists, all his free YouTubes are categorized by subject, and if you look under Metatron's cube, you'll see the 6 will pop up, and that talk about the theory of Metatron's cube. There's diagrams. He goes into a lot of detail about Metatron's cube, and you can learn a lot more about it there. There's lots of diagrams. If you go on YouTube and you search sacred geometry, I mean, this is a well-known geometrical structure that's been talked about for centuries. It's nothing new. And you'll see lots of shapes, diagrams. There's even some that show 3D. And so you get a feel for what it's like. You actually see a physical picture of rotating in a 3D shape. And that's what I did initially. That allowed me to imagine it more correctly, because I studied those and I could imagine and see what it was like, and then it sort of flowed. It allowed me to flow in the spirit more with it, because it is a very different. For the senses, it's a very confusing thing because we're not used to experiencing that 3D rotational kind of experience. But that's how you can grow in your spirit, in your imagination, by allowing your imagination to be stimulated by pictures. It then opens up what you can actually see on the canvas of your spirit man.
Right. Okay.
Anybody else have anything to contribute before I stop the recording? Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, it was all really good.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording then.